Welcome. Here we are, Game 2, DreamLeague Season 11, aka the Stockholm Major, Winners Bracket, Round 2, LGD versus Vici Gaming, here in the cast, the video, the stuff. My name is Acrillus. Welcome to the show. Not the show, the cast, the game, whatever it is. But as soon as this thing loads in, we're going to take a look at how this game shapes out in Game 2 of this best of 3. To give a slight recap as things load in, a very fat spanking was delivered by LGD onto Vici Gaming. Rightfully deserved, as Vici Gaming kind of making a very sad performance there. Didn't really like anything out of that game. I didn't like the Necro pick. Didn't really do anything. He bought defensive items and didn't get any picks and didn't get any sights for like the first 10-15 minutes. After he got scythed, not just the first 10-15 minutes of the game. Then Paparazzi goes ahead and goes mid lane morph lane to pressure. We'll talk about OGD in a second. But mid lane morphing, buys Midas. Doesn't roam, doesn't help his team. Farms, pushes, constantly, in fact. Aside from that, the Necrophos going for defensive items went Hood Lincoln Sphere, I think, with Veil, perhaps? I think. No, Veil wasn't it. It was something else. But either way, it was a 4-staff. Super defensive build from the Necrophos. Really nothing he could do to help the fights other than just hit a scythe. And even then, like, it's just, what can you do against a Magnus PA combo together with Grimstroke and this special mid ancient apparition? But we'll see how things pan out in the first game here as we take a look at the ban phase. First ban from LGD, going to be the Chen ban again. Excuse me while I take a quick sip of water.
10 seconds remaining.
As we get into second ban. Good timing. Vici Gaming go for the same Oracle ban as last game. Don't really have to talk about these two choices too much. The Troll ban gonna get Troll removed from the game again. LGD really dead set on not playing against it, as the Magnus ban comes out to avoid the same debacle as last game. Looks like Vici Gaming don't want to play to that pace at all, and instead want to either opt for a snowball game that relies on you winning early, or a later game that relies on you having a 4-man squad without your safe lane carry to prop up your mid game and early game. Who knows? But we'll see how things shape out in this draft here, as PSG.LGD should be making their third ban here. Shouldn't really take too long. Want to save some of that reserve time for the confusing picks you're going to make in the draft. But yeah, I mean, might be taking some time to think about the fact that they banned Magnus. So they should have expected the Magnus ban at some point. You know, like if it was a game 2, then and Vici Gaming are really dead set on winning this, they want to ban out the Magnus. I think that's super important. As LGD ban out the Nyx Assassin, their own Nyx Assassin. Fearful of the second pick from Vici Gaming, looks like they are prioritizing something different this time around. Perhaps just might be a more traditional options. Might be PSG.LGD's turn to go for the Disruptor Juggernaut combo again, maybe, as the ban for Pangolier comes out from Vici Gaming. Another team fighting tool that LGD have used pretty well, as well as most teams in this tournament, as the Disruptor pick does come through. Wow. Wasn't sure how high on the priority list that is for you guys, considering how bad the performance of Disruptor was last game. I don't know. Maybe they're like kind of assuming that was like an off game for him, and are kind of fearful for if he makes adjustments with that pick. Plus, it is a pretty good comfort pick for X Nova, so Vici Gaming gonna have to respond, see what they pick. Really limited information from what they have from LGD. Can't really tell what they're gonna shape out to be at all. We can only imagine it would be an aggressive safe lane though, so might want to consider some good off lane picks here, along with your support. Potentially something that doesn't get stuck in kinetic field, or can escape kinetic field, or doesn't get hit by Thunderstrike a million times. Who knows? I will say the most unique approach I've seen to a Disruptor was, I think, the puck off lane from Secret, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong, but I think that was it. Instead, the Vici Gaming going to opt for an aggressive support with the Bane pick. Bane being an overall really good support pick. Single target lockdown is immense. Going to be a good game for it as well, since Enfeeble,
10 seconds remaining.
the Q debuff from Bane, also enables you to have longer
5
status
seconds
durations on
remaining.
people. Might be hard though, since Disruptor is going to have a lot of cast range later in the game, and the Fiend Script is going to be harder and harder to land without getting interrupted, or glimpsed, or I don't know, just bothered is a word for it, I guess. We'll see though.
Radiant
Next
team's turn
ban
to pick.
or next pick coming out seems to be the Razor, pretty high on the priority for bans for the teams so far. So since it hasn't been banned, obviously you should get picked here. Nice steady mid laner, possibly flexible to offlane, or sorry, not offlane, safe lane. Can potentially be offlane as well, but mid and safe are probably its more popular
10
two
seconds
options,
remaining.
I'd assume. Static Link is good, really good in
5
this game
seconds
right
remaining.
now, since most teams only have one source of like right click damage, which is going to be their safe lane carry. Usually the
Radiant
mid
team
lane
ban.
nowadays doesn't use much right click, as is proven by the Death Prophet pick here by LGD. Gonna be the response to that Razor pick, but the Death Prophet has to go mid, right? And the Razor can be flexed around, so LGD kind of setting things in stone a little early on with these two picks. Guaranteed position 5 and guaranteed position 2, right? I mean, the Death Prophet technically can be flexed other places, and the Disruptor technically can be played position
10
4.
seconds remaining.
Just not as optimal, I think.
5 seconds
Since
remaining.
Disruptor doesn't really have any CC, it's not really good for making your off laner lane well. But if they have CC in the position 3, then everything should be fine. But a very drastic loss of crowd control here for PSG.LGD. A lot of silence, but not a lot of stuns. Whereas the Bane pick gives Nightmare setup for Vici Gaming.
Radiant team ban.
So they can do that combo. Oh, they could do a Static Link Nightmare combo. Yeah, with like yeah, they could do that combo. That's pretty gross. But in all honesty, LGD are probably gonna like proc the Nightmare. Um, if like the Nightmare's in the lane and it like is favorable for them to not stay Nightmare, then they're gonna like trade off Nightmares with each other. Just so that
10
one person
seconds
gets out of
remaining.
the one person that gets Static Link gets on out of there before Razor gets too much damage.
5 seconds
Other than
remaining.
that, we'll take a look at the bans here. Medusa ban going to come out, responded by the Naga ban. Two very prominent carries that are able to both mid lane and safe lane, but mostly primarily safe lane, so it looks like that's a big focus for the two teams as of right now.
Dire team ban.
Earth Spirit ban going to come out for PSG.LGD. Okay, yep. LGD are afraid they're going to go the Razor mid, Medusa, or the Razor safe lane, Medusa mid strat, where the Razor is pretty proficient in just surviving in lane and getting farm. Um, Vici Gaming are afraid of the Naga Siren, as is pretty well deserved, as Ame has had a pretty good performance
10
on the
seconds
hero
remaining.
overall. Not using it very often, but the ones he
5
used them in
seconds
are pretty
remaining.
potent. I believe it's the game versus.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Was that the game versus EG? Was it a different game? Who knows? We can't be too sure. As the Morphling ban comes out in response, Vici Gaming a little afraid of their own pick here. Afraid of early game aggression picks overall from those last two bans. But we'll see what the pick is here. In all likelihood, it's going to be another support pick or
10
possibly the
seconds
safe lane.
remaining.
I think the safe lane is high priority right now. LGD and Vici
5
Gaming don't want to
seconds
get anything
remaining.
else banned out at this point. Like you have four or five carries, four
Radiant team's
carries
turn to
banned
pick.
out so far. So opting for the Vengeful Spirit pick. That is probably going to be position 4. I will say Secret have pioneered a special offlane Venge as well as a special mid lane Venge that was available in the group stages of this tournament. Not not unsuccessful,
10 seconds remaining.
I'd say. Okay, they won a
5
good amount of
seconds
games with it,
remaining.
but I don't know how it's going to pan out here. Obviously, Vengeful Spirit is pretty strong early on, the Magic Missile being one of the better abilities in the early game to help you lock down kills, be aggressive overall earlier on, and maybe even potentially kill someone level 1. So PSG.LGD have to be pretty careful with what they're about to pick here, since they're going to need something that is both relatively safe and can respond to aggression with equal amounts of force. So your pick most likely is probably Jug here. I think you can opt for a life stealer, but with the Bane in the mix, it's a lot more difficult. But that goes for the Jug pick as well. I think they kind of messed up having the Bane pick. They need something to like counter it out. But yeah, I mean Vici Gaming have a lot of CC and potential for save with the swap. So
Dire team's turn to pick.
comps shaping out to be pretty good so far for Vici Gaming. PSG.LGD opting for the Bounty Hunter offlane as the solution to their problems here, which I do not think it
Radiant
is.
team's turn to pick.
As the Terrorblade pick comes from Vici Gaming. Okay, things are not looking too good here. Oh boy. LGD have a fairly weak lineup. The Bounty Hunter is a fairly weak laner, really only getting Janadas off, and if the enemy team buys a lot of Sentry Wards or Dust, and with the amount of CC they have, you're probably dead. If the Bane
10
and Vengeful
seconds
Spirit come
remaining.
down on you with detection, you're dead. I think, personally. But we'll see how it shapes out to
5
go.
seconds remaining.
The next pick is probably going to be the response offlane pick to the Terrorblade here, I think. Or the responsive carry pick to whatever each game have to offer. If PSG.LGD are going to make an attempt to match the lanes together, could be a possibility, but I don't know. It's really hard to tell with these teams. I don't know if it's just the Chinese teams or just these two teams or just the teams in this tournament, but the drafts have just been so confusing lately with all these different flex picks and
Dire team's turn to
the
ban.
like as the Enigma comes out. Okay, yeah, so that's definitely position 4, position 5 disruptor. Pretty good. Fiend's Grip is a very prominent ability, as is Swap, both of which pierce spell immunity, so
10 seconds remaining.
not sure how good that pick was, to be honest with you,
5
but
seconds remaining.
I've seen it work, especially against like I mean it has worked, and it was against someone who had a spell
Radiant
piercing
team's
immunity,
turn to
a
ban.
spell immunity piercing ability. Bat Rider, albeit harder than a Avenge Swap or a Bane Fiend's Grip, but the pick gonna be the Enigma, I guess, as the bans for the last roll or the last pick come out. PL gonna be the choice for Vici Gaming to keep out of the mix. Being a
10
pretty
seconds remaining.
efficient choice against Vici Gaming's lineup. Surprisingly
5 seconds
enough,
remaining.
it hasn't been picked by LGD instead of the Enigma. But I guess you kind of have to get the Enigma sometime during the draft so they don't pick it up. I mean, at this point, see, like, why would you pick the Enigma at that point?
Radiant team's
Everything
turn to
is
pick.
revealed to you, which means you can, like, pick up the PL. And, like, if they ban the Enigma, so what? Like, what else do you, like, why do you need it? I don't know. I think Enigma is not as important as getting that PL. But who knows? Might be a better safe lane carry option here. A lot of them are left open.
10
PA.
seconds remaining.
You definitely want to later game one though against this Terrorblade here. So Jug is also a
5
potential good
seconds
one.
remaining.
Though not the best choice
Dire
against a
team's turn to
Terrorblade
pick.
as the gyrocopter comes down. So a little bit more of a old school setup here for LGD. Don't have the Wisp to go with it though, as Terrorblade is going to be a pretty good match against the gyrocopter. Gyrocopter going to be a little more offensive overall, but I haven't really seen it without an IO together with it
10
for like the
seconds
longest
remaining.
time. But ooh, I also would like to state that it is a
5 seconds
possibility this
remaining.
is mid lane gyro and safe lane death prophet or something like that. Potentially. Um, in all likelihood, it's going to be the gyrocopter safe lane though. Not sure how good gyrocopter is in this current meta, but also I am not sure as how good Terrorblade in this meta. I do know the illusions from Terrorblade make it really easy to go to jungle early on, so we will most likely see something like that in this game. Potentially just leaving the Vengeful Spirit to farm for him, or can't be the Bane really. Or maybe he's just gonna like have his support keep him stay with him until level 4 or 5, and then he has enough levels for his illusions to help him out in the jungle, so he just kind of leaves and picks up the wave when it pushes in. Whereas the opposing
Choose your
side of the
hero.
map, PSG.LGD form a tri-lane maybe? Nah, who knows. But the Bat Riders picked up as the last offlane pick for Vici Gaming. Going to be Ori on that Razor and Paparazzi on that Terrorblade, so it is a Razor mid. FY going to be the one on that Enigma. Ooh, FY. Hopefully gets to see some good black holes here. Ame obviously going to be picking up that Gyrocopter, so yeah, it's pretty obvious now that is the mid lane Death Prophet against that mid lane Razor. Chalice obviously going to be on that Bounty Hunter. We see the Vengeful Spirit going to get picked up by Fade here as position 4, as DY goes to position 5 Bane. See how that turns out. In all likelihood, Disruptor plus Gyro is so good that I am
10 seconds remaining.
skeptical about how Vici Gaming's offlane deals with it. I don't know. I think this is another opportunity for Ame and Xnova to really stomp the lane and snowball from there, but Gyrocopter not the best one at like snowballing a lead, so we'll see how things go. Um, the offlane for PSG.LGD is going to be pretty quiet. Chalice is bounty hunter, so that means he's just going to run up, get a Janata, and run back and try to secure some last hits every now and then. Bane obviously going to make it a little harder, but the Terrorblade doesn't really fight unless Metamorphosis is up, which is a long cooldown, so don't want to commit it too early in the game. But who knows? It's a long cooldown, so Chalice isn't always going to be under fire. There's a good chance, since it is Terrorblade, that Chalice is going to have a relatively easy time. If they match lanes and the safe lane goes against safe lane, off lane goes against off lane, I think Vici Gaming might be more favored because the Bane can kind of nightmare to like stop the rocket from hitting, right? If he does it properly, if he times it properly, I guess. But not sure how it's gonna shape out. I think LGD have the advantage here, though. We'll see how this game goes. Game 2 though.
Prepare for battle.
LGD obviously have the advantage here. Kind of play to scope things out. They can afford to lose this game. I think. I can't say that. They can't really afford to lose this game, but they don't have the pressure. Neither team really have the pressure of just, this is our last game of the tournament. It's winner's bracket. You're gonna go down to loser's bracket if you lose, so not too big of a consequence, but still, makes it a lot hard, or makes it harder for you to get to those finals. But we'll see how things shape out as I take a wider look on the map here. Paparazzi are going to be partnered together with Fade and DY for this bounty run top. Looks like Vici Gaming going for a similar strategy
30
that
seconds to battle.
LGD were going for the previous game for that first blood kill, potentially. Never mind, Fade's just going to leave. Looks like the lane assignments are pretty generic. Xnova going to go with Ame. Chalice going to go with FY as he is spotted walking up the high ground there. Gets a bit of punishment there. There's DY might level Nightmare here to secure the rune. Could potentially be trouble as FY is nowhere in sight to help secure it. Nightmare should go down. Nope, they're just going to stand on top and secure it. That's going to be runes in favor of Vici Gaming here, 3-1. Chalice, unfortunately, not having his partner FY here to deal with it, but the early Eidolons onto the range minion denies the XP, so it's pretty good.
The battle resumes.
I think this lane has a high potential for kills. I think Xnova plus Alame are going to try to go for kills level 2 or 3. But Yang and Fade are also probably going to try and go for kills level 2 or 3. So, pretty dangerous, I'd say, overall. Alame going to try and look for Yang here in the trees. Going to find him, actually. Going to use the rocket to get a quick bop on him as a Thunder Strike, also pressure Fade. Lane's looking pretty clean overall. As I don't think we'll see much excitement as off lane here. I doubt the Terrorblade has an opportunity to kill someone. Unless FY or Chalice messes up. Probably going to be Chalice if he messes up just with his getting close. Fade taking a lot of punishment. Forced to walk away as the Wave of Terror now reducing X-Nova's armor to 0. Missile being opted for instead of Flak or Rocket Barrage, which is an interesting choice. Commits a lot more mana. Might have gotten Rocket Assist to secure the rune though. Who knows? But wow. Okay, I see what is going on. Yang. So Ame has a wand, and he knows that Yang is gonna like always probably spam sticky napalm, and even if he does, like he can just like sit for 5 seconds behind tower and get it to wear off. But it's just like timing on the pressure. It's just timing on the pressure, but he also has a stick, so like he has like infinite mana regen if he continues to use napalm. So Ame just gonna use rocket whenever it's convenient. You know, be more efficient with his mana. Like if he ever gets a lot of wand charges, he's just gonna use rocket randomly and try to hit someone. As Fade pulls away for Radiant. Kinda not sure why he did that.
How's the weather up there, Gyro?
Who knows? Mid lane, however, haven't really touched on it at all, just because it's gonna be pretty boring. Razor's gonna obviously have the advantage as a character that has more right click and more attack speed, I think. Oh, less right click, more attack speed. But things should be a little easier for him. Went static link 2 levels. Wow, that's interesting. Just has no way to keep the Death Prophet in place, so I'm not kind of surprised why he did that. Chalice though, just gonna play the typical bounty hunter since no one's really willing this early in the game to invest in detection early on and like not guarantee a kill, especially once since it's only Bane and Terrorblade and it's really hard to kill a bounty hunter right now with only 2 people. Chalice is gonna pretty much have a free lane, not even gonna really take too much damage or punishment overall. Just gonna try and get a Janata proc every now and then when he can, but lane's gonna be pretty simple for him. Net worth, we take a look. Yeah, like he's not doing too good right now, but he's gonna catch up eventually. Like he's literally like his net worth is deceiving because he's also taking gold away from Paparazzi here. So Paparazzi would probably be another 100 gold up from where he is usually. It's a passive, huh? That's interesting. Yeah, so he can't control Janata, but he can still use it to secure creeps, which is nice. But it's just he has to play around the timer. That's the Shadow Walk comes out. Looks like DY not gonna be able to pressure FY, his brother. But oh, actually trying to walk up here into 6 Eidolons, not a good idea. Take some punishment for it, but the Brain Sap gonna put FY at a smaller life total. Yeah, he's just trying to run out the duration of these Eidolons, but FY is going up against the mini Satyr camp, so it's not really too much of a big deal. Plus he has demonic conversion up again. Ooh, actually managed to get a nice pull, and it's the Alpha Wolf camp, so he can use the demonic conversion on that guy. As the Metamorphosis is committed from Paparazzi, Chalice gonna try and pressure him here while he has Metamorphosis up. As the action goes down bottom, looks like Yang gonna be able to collect the kill on the X Nova, who's a little too aggressive there. Ame not gonna be able to help his buddy out there in time. First blood for Vici Gaming. Big difference from last game. We'll take a look on the top side of the map as trade's going off again. I assume as when Metamorphosis comes down, Paparazzi is going to be a heck of a lot more trouble. But till then, we can expect things to be okay. Oh, never mind, it's over. He's over. Ori being really aggressive here, walking up the tower too. That's pretty crazy. He can afford to though. Like. Razor's highest in net worth right now. Got a pretty free lane against the Death Prophet. XM doesn't have enough mana to continue to contest. As the bounty runes gets claimed, DY unfortunately going to be able to get that bounty rune as the other bounty runes are claimed. LGD really not timing their bounty runes this well this series. Not sure if that's just this one game or all games. As Chalice gets spotted by a sentry ward there. That is meant to spot out the bounty hunter. Fights again bottom as Ame gonna take some punishment. The Rocket Bra is gonna hit on the Fade. Fade knows he's dead, so he's gonna try and kill Ame. Another hit sticky napalm, but Yang's not gonna be able to take advantage. Kinetic field comes up, so Yang's stuck in there. Thunderstrike available for you. Ooh, 5 seconds. Potentially X Nova could go on him, but instead he just opts to back up a little bit. Get on with it. Fade gonna come in And transfer bottle over to Yang. Give him some health back. As FY isn't pretty. Going for what seems to be... What is that build? Huh? I don't know what that is. Oh, he's going Helm of the Dominator. I see. That's pretty cool. The alpha, if he gets like an Alpha Wolf or something, it'd be nice. But gets his clarity popped. Demonic Conversion doesn't have enough mana, and the Bane's gonna be able to pick up that Alpha Wolf. That's not good. Why didn't he didn't use the conversion on the Alpha Wolf? Maybe he doesn't know. Or maybe they changed it. Who knows? Sentry from DY though. Yellow word to spot the camp. As FY tries to go on XM. XM actually gonna get hit by Magic Missile together with the Static Link. Looks like he's gonna be a dive mid Soul Siphon and try to help him escape as onto two people. So he gains a good amount of health and good amount of speed. Get him out of that situation. Static Link not gonna be effective. He doesn't get an auto attack in, but FY instead gonna be the one in trouble. Malefice going on to DY could potentially die to tower here as the does pick him up. Another kill for bottom lane as Ame picks up Yang. Or you're gonna get the kill on FY, unfortunately, as the Magic Missile gonna go onto XM. XM, unfortunately, not gonna be able to pick up that kill. That would be so good if he managed to pick up another kill there, but not gonna happen. Happens, but yeah. I think LGD are doing pretty good right now. They got the kill again from Ame. Ame pretty much racking up gold now, based more on kills and off of kills more than farm. Not really, but you know, it's just been like that. That's surprising they went for that dive. I'm really surprised they went for that dive. Like, I'm also surprised he went in range for him and that he did the exact same thing and it actually happened this time. What? How did you not? This. You just almost died to this. Why didn't you just play around it? I don't know, but the rotation's going to come up from again. Vici Gaming really stepping on the gas pedal as Paparazzi manages to hit level 6, gets the Sunder, and FY is dead immediately. LGD Chalice is going to try and escape as Nova. X-Nova also going to get punished for that mistake. 2 down on the side of PSG.LGD in exchange for nothing. Paparazzi getting a nicely timed Sunder there, so good for him. I will also say, no stuns through BKB. So if Paparazzi gets a BKB this game, he can freely Sunder. Other than, you know, Black Hole, but yeah, who's gonna land a Black Hole to Terrorblade every time? Not sure, but that's the way I see things. You can't even get a Basher because the Gyro is your ranged carry and not a melee carry, so things will be a little awkward once that Terrorblade starts to hit a stride, but hopefully FY is there to save the day. Using the courier to get a little vision up there on the ward spot so you can kill the ward. As top tier 1 looking not too healthy for LGD. Mid tier 1's looking fine, bottom tier 1's looking fine. In terms of Vici Gaming's towers are looking, they're sitting pretty. So Paparazzi really the only one putting pressure on the tower so far this game. Can definitely see a little bit of pressure mid, but not too much. Some pressure bottom as well, but yeah, Yang. Now that he has a couple items, since it's a couple of levels rather, kind of just sticking Napalm and Firefly through the waves as the Gimp actually comes out mid. Fade gonna be in a bit of trouble here. Tries to CC, but Kinetic Field is there to stop him from leaving, and another kill picked up for LGD. Gold swinging probably more towards even at this point. Is X-Nova going to be the one to stay mid, while XM, Chalice, FY going to be in the top lane. DY is going to TP out to the bottom lane as they might commit to a switch. Paparazzi not going for the bounty rune here. Could potentially be a victim of a gank in the near future. There is a ward on that rune, so he does know the presence of FY, but not Chalice, who managed to get a good track off on the Paparazzi. Careful of Sunder though, it should be up soon. Yep, it is up. Metamorphosis is also available, but he can't fight against 3 people. Gonna try to get the Sunder off, but it's not gonna be in time. The burst is there, and Paparazzi is dead. Wow, swung him down to 3,400. That's a good hit. What is he saving for? Let's see. He didn't lose too much gold. I think he picked up the Band of Elven skin before he died, so not too much loss, but still a pretty bad situation for him. A little worse than A little worse than getting the kill on FY and Xnova in that last fight, as excitement happens bottom. Oh, no, in the jungle. DY going for a little warding adventure and gets punished. PSG.LGD also going to take that tower away. Zhang uses a Firefly, get as much farm as he can. Action happening bottom now as Chalice gets a track on Ori. Looks like Paparazzi might be in the neighborhood to try and push with Metamorphosis, but just doesn't have it ready. Or just doesn't have the damage. Yep, plus they also have to be careful. The good scan to spot out an enemy there as a call down for Ame to pick up another stacky stack. FY in the top lane here, fighting against Yang. Not the best idea, as Black Hole is available and the Eidolons are 6 stack. Fade not in the neighborhood, gets tagged by the Black Hole, so he isn't going to give him Magic Missile out immediately. A mistake from the supports, or from the offlane of Vici Gaming. Not what you'd expect there. Not what you'd expect. As a glimpse comes back on to Fade, Magic Missile out on FY. Kinetic Field going to keep him a little longer, but overall, people on LGD are going to get the heck out of there, as they suspect someone might also be in the neighborhood other than Fade. DY in a bit of an awkward position in the side shop, as 3 members of LGD are here. Going to get spotted as he makes his way out, though. Going to take a track for his trouble. So how are things going here? Ori has a Yules. Paparazzi has not Yasha. Not Yasha. DY has nothing. Sticking the other side, Xnova has nothing. FY has, ooh, Helmet of the Dominator, nice, nice. Chalice has Phase Boots, that's a start. XM, ooh, behind on the Yules path. But it just also have Exorcism and used it to clear out that bottom tier 2, sorry. Whoa, it's tier 1. As FY gets picked off here in the mid lane, looks to be an unfortunate situation as Lasso is expended in order to secure that kill. Can we get back to this game as the Nightmare is out on the Chalice? Let's see what happens here. Fade in the neighborhood. DY also here. XM though behind Chalice with the rest of Vici Gaming coming from the river, and the rest of PSG.LGD coming from all sorts of directions. The Fiend Grips on the Chalice. Going to wait with the Magic Missile for the rest of the duration. It's not even necessary. A double kill picked up for Ori. And we're dead even again. Would you look at that? Turns out 2 teams are really good. Xnova gonna get that glimpse out on the Paparazzi with the Kinetic Field Static Storm combo. Comes with a call down. Rocket Barrage is gonna come out too. Sunder unfortunately not in time. And a nice catch from Xnova with that timely glimpse to catch Paparazzi out. Another death for him. That's not going to be good. Yeah, he just got his... Okay, he just got his Blade of Alacrity, so he got that, but still lost gold in that exchange, which sucks, and lost the opportunity to farm. Vici Gamer trying to make a response, though, by pressuring mid. The glimpse going to come back, however, though, for Ori. Put him in the kinetic field there. Xnova hits every single one. Like, it's just so easy for him. As he gets, Chalice gets the gold steal out onto Fade. Pings out mid from the greeny boy, Razor. Looks like might be some trouble as the Sentry Ward gets set up to try and spot Chalice. Chalice gets spotted immediately. Enfeeble out onto him. Jumps, however, from the rest of PSG.LGD onto Fade. He gets punished. Glimpse out onto Ori. He gets put in the kinetic field. Midnight Pulse here available together with Call Down. Should be able to secure this kill. Yang, however, in their neighborhood too, together with Firefly and Flame Break. Chalice is going to go down as a consequence, but Yang also might be in danger here as he gets dueled up into the air. Firefly not going to last for much longer as he gets a good Fairy Fire to heal himself to get with the wand, but not enough, unfortunately, to keep him alive. As another glimpse kinetic field onto DY is going to secure the 4th kill of that fight for PSG.LGD. 1 for 4. 1 for 4. Oof. Oof. 3k lead, 2k gold off of that one fight there for LGD. Call Down the only thing really committed. Other than that, Swap was committed, but it has 2 charges now, so who really cares? Paparazzi, fortunately not a casualty in that fight, but unfortunately was a casualty to a gank a couple minutes ago, so still feeling the wrath of LGD here. Not in a good position, Vici Gaming. as you were last game, but they did also make some swings back during the mid game around the 20-minute mark. So we'll see if Vici Gaming decide to try and make a comeback here. Oof, it's gonna be hard though. Though the Terrorblade does have a really good opportunity. I like this late game setup. The double lockdown pretty much guarantees you either get one down onto the Enigma, I think. Oh my god, they have 3 spell piercing ultimates. They have Lasso, Fiend's Grip, and and Swap. So Chalice gonna spot out Fade as the bounty runes already spawned. The kinetic field gonna spot. Oh, the kinetic field gonna lock him in place as the silence comes out from the Death Prophet. Looking to see if X Nova can get another pick out on the DY. Are you in vision range? Nope. Gonna try and walk up to him, but isn't it close enough. Just one kill over to PSG.LGD as the 4K gold lead comes to fruition. PSG.LGD kind of spread out, but mostly concentrated around the bottom lane. I think the only one left is Ame in the top lane. Could be in a slightly dangerous situation here, but Yang is just going to TP out. Looks like Paparazzi going to be the one to claim most of the gold in this area instead. As a glimpse out from Yang back to the way he came. As Vici Gaming are not here in time to protect the tower. Exorcism from XM to pick out another bottom lane tower, but this could also just be the fact that Vici Gaming can't really respond right now. Like, Paparazzi is too poor. Yeah. No blink from the Firefly or the Bat Rider. Yule's out with no BKB on the Razor. Only Yasha on the Terrorblade. This guy doesn't even have. Okay, so he has Earn. That's cool. Earn, no Medallion or First Staff. Horse Staff, that is. As XM denies the mid tower. But yeah, it's not looking too good for for Vici Gaming. They just don't have the right power spikes right now. They need to bide their time. But every single time Exorcism is up, the punishment's going to get worse. As Vici Gaming kind of deciding they need to do something. Try to go for a smoke play here, but you missed your buddy. Ame just walked past them, past the tower, and into their jungle. How did that happen? There's a ping out from Vici Gaming indicating that they see him there, so they're going to pass up on him. And instead walk all the way bottom where potentially Ame can TP in, and the smoke is going to expire before you get there. So it could also get picked up on a ward here, which was spotted. So PSG.LGD and Vici Gaming know that they're going to come in for a clash eventually. Paparazzi, though, getting caught by the Glimpse Stag Storm Kinetic Field combo. Going to get tracked as well, and he's going to die immediately. Before the fights even start, PSG.LGD already down their hard carry. Going to try to get the engage out onto Chalice, who is dusted. Lasso out immediately. FY is in the area, though, together with his Black Hole. Fiend's Grip plus the swap going to go down on him, as Chalice is the first casualty of this fight. Not including Paparazzi. Kill goes down from DY, though, so the rest of PSG.LGD arrive. Kills onto Fade as well as Ori, who overextends to try and get a kill into X-Nova. Yang also get killed on the backside by Ame there, so... Ooh, 5-man wipe by LGD. This is looking pretty bad for Vici Gaming. 8k gold lead now. Not very comforted by the fact that the Terrorblade is a late game hero, because the Enigma is a late game hero, as is the Gyrocopter, as is kind of the Death Prophet. Not really, but still, like, you get like I think you get the extra ghosts, right? I don't know. I like the Hex. I really do like the Hex. Hex on Death Prophet when you have BKB is so nice. Plus, like, no one on LGD has like a BKB piercing ability, so like if your Death Prophet is outside of the Black Hole, you have a like Exorcism for the whole fight. And I've already said multiple times, excuse me, that I do not like Death Prophet as a hero right now. I just don't think it's useful enough other than Exorcism, as Yang tries to go for the surprise dust. Fade actually goes for the dust instead. He managed to tag Chalice, who gets spotted by the Sentry Ward. He's going to track both of them, though, and re-stealth. Still in vision range, as the rest of PSG.LGD are trying to collapse. DY, however, going to be able to cut off X-Nova, who is in the wrong side of the neighborhood here. Going to commit Tag Storm, try to glimpse Orion out of there, but it's over for them already. FY going to commit the Black Hole for the kill on the DY, but he's going to die to Ame. As kills from PSG.LGD are going to go across the other side of the map. Fade and DY are going to get traded off for the other two supports. Chalice also going to go down. XM did commit Exorcism, but Paparazzi is there to punish, and LGD lose 4 in exchange for 2. Not good. Not good. Black Hole is, yeah, LGD were way too split up in that fight. They did manage to get the kill on the Fade at the end, but nothing much else out of it. And like when you're just card committing for a support like that in exchange for your Enigma, how are you going to deal with the how are you gonna deal with the Terrorblade who just walked up in front of you? It's unfortunate, but yeah, I think everything just happened so quickly. As soon as X Nova realized he was in the wrong neighborhood, he immediately went for the Static Storm, which is good. Good reaction from him. FY unfortunately couldn't hit Paparazzi with that black hole, but I think Paparazzi also just showed up as a black hole was used, so not much else he can really do there. But LGD still have a lead, so they can still be in the driver's seat of this game. The Terrorblade is going to get stronger and stronger though, as is the rest of Vici Gaming. The Bat Rider, obviously being a really potent late game option, as all three members of Vici Gaming who have spell piercing abilities are walking up into the jungle here. Chalice gets spotted by Sentry Ward almost immediately as the lasso does come down onto him. He's going to be the sacrifice here as Ame manages to get away scot-free. Kill collected again as gold goes the way of Vici Gaming, but Chalice isn't really on a spree right now, so he's not too bad as a sacrifice. But the worst part about this, Vici Gaming are going to have full control of the jungle, the bottom side here, which is not your best choice, especially since you just lost your pressure in the top side jungle. Thanks to the last fight, Xnova gonna learn from his mistakes a little bit, putting the kinetic field up to scout things out before he walks up into straight danger.
They're beating on Dire's top
Other than
tower.
that, yep, things are kind of normalizing now. We're seeing the teams go for the opposite side of the map plays with that split push pressure. No team really want to pull the trigger on each other yet, but LGD kind of going to concede that lane farm and that lane push over to Vici Gaming, where Terrorblade on the bottom side is going to just leave the map here. Ame going to spot DY actually on this side of the map, as Xnova could possibly get a good glimpse on him. The smoke is out there from DY, not going to be able to pop the vision. So close. Good try, good play by DY with the smoke there to disconnect vision at range and make sure that the glimpse doesn't go off. Nice play. FY this time opted for Guardian Grease into with Helm of the Dominator. Who's your Helm minion? Is he in the pit? Where is he? Who's your? Oop, Magic Missile out on the Chalice. He's going to get picked off again. The glimpse on the Fade to keep him out of the fight. Never mind, it's Yang. He's out. Midnight Pulse, however, on the rest of the members of Vici Game. Paparazzi stuck in the Static Storm. No one going to take advantage of that, though, as FY managed to get lassoed back. The rest of Vici Gaming so close to dying, unfortunately, but Paparazzi managed to do Sunder on his teammate and keep himself alive. BKB was expended, however, so Vici Gaming going to be a little bit on the back end of this fight here, as a lot of the ultimates are expended. Exorcism going to come out as the BKB styling comes out immediately on Xnova, who goes down immediately. Ori going to try and TP on out of there, but the Exorcism is going to be able to pick him up. No other casualties as of yet, but a support traded for the mid. That's a deal I'll take. That's a deal I'll take. The Sentry Ward finally getting noticed by Chalice. Unfortunately, does not have the gold to buy a Sentry Ward. But Exorcism's still up for XM, so they can do Roche. And that's nice. But the scan from Vici Gaming is going to spot them out. Fade should be able to get a Wave of Terror as DY managed to get tracked in there. The Wave of Terror to spot Chalice and XM in the pit. As the silence goes down to two members, Sure can toss to hit both of them. And the Janata to clinch things out as the BKB from XM goes straight out onto two people. DY might be in trouble here as the Crypt Storm finishes him off. Yang going to try to go for the Aegis steal, but that is unsuccessful. Ame managed to pick up the Aegis just in time, as DY goes down together with his teammate. Not with his teammate, on a separate side. They couldn't even hold hands when they died. Like in that movie. What movie? I can't remember.
middle tower is under attack.
What is it like
Dire fortified their structures.
have you seen the new Predator movie? It's kind of like that. They kind of just like I'm not gonna spoil it. But it's King and Michael Key. He does something cool. But back to this game. PSG.LGD still kind of in an okay position. Now they have the Aegis, they can now look to pressure, but they are in a bit of an awkward position. See, this is the issue I have with like the Death Prof and the Gyro. There's just nothing you can do right now. Like you can fight, but you don't have Exorcism to push. You can try and push, but you're gonna get jumped on and be forced to fight, and you don't have Exorcism, so you can't push. Like you can't zone them out. You can have the threat of Black Hole, and that's probably it, but and this guy too. Like he has Ags and a Maelstrom. What is that? That's just completely there to farm, right? Like he's just gonna call down every time he fights. Yeah, I guess he's just valuing the call down pretty highly. as opposed to just going straight up right click, which is pretty smart. I mean, unless you have an IO, your right clicks aren't really going to be the most potent, but pretty smart of him to get things to proc on auto attack so that the flat cannon is maximum efficiency regardless of what items he has right now. Not maximum efficiency, but budget efficiency. Oh wait, is the Ags the little bug thing? Yeah, it's the side gunner, I forgot. Okay, so that's going to supplement his damage more. I thought it was the reduced cooldown of the call down. Yang gonna get picked off while he's trying to cut the wave, unfortunately for him. I think my clears trees with the Midnight Pulse, but on the return end, Vici Gaming gonna be able to claim that bottom tier 2 finally, making that trade complete. But LGD take it one step further and take the mid tier 2 too. Vici Gaming are gonna try to up the ante and go for the pressure onto the Rarix here. Instead, just sending illusions as the rest of the Vici Gaming PL on out of there. Never mind. Yeah, pretty much realizing that since LGD have the Aegis, they're mostly in command of what's about to happen in this game, or what's going to happen for the next couple minutes. You can suppress your mid, or you can suppress her, but like if you're trying to like fight in that situation, it's not going to work because Ame's just going to run in there with call down and try to get as much as he can and just make it really hard for you guys to form a good formation. Why did I say form a formation? That's the thing I hate the most. When you say a noun and you use it together with the same version of it as a verb. Like you're punching a punching bag? Nah. Yeah, I like that. Punching the punching bag. People just like that's why boxers say punch in the bag or hit the bag, right? As LGD are smoked up here back in the game. After that quick little anecdote, walking up into the high ground here, gonna notice a Terrorblade illusion, not much else though. Ame gonna be the forefront runner here in the middle of the jungle, gets his smoke popped, and the rest of Vici Gamer looking for the pick out. Lasso gonna come out immediately, extended duration with the Lasso, but that's gonna disconnect thanks to the glimpse. Nice glimpse out, but Ame's gonna be in trouble here. Doesn't have any items to guarantee his safety, so he's just gonna go down to Ori, right? He's just gonna pop here soon in a second as X Nova goes down to the back line. Ori with his ultimate just gonna pick off XM2. Ame not in a good position, that's a nice flat hole from FY, but isn't enough to pick off Paparazzi. The flat cannon comes in, but the Sunder is in for Paparazzi as well. Not enough damage to put down the Terrorblade, so he's going to get on out of there. As Yang trying to go for the pursuit is tracked right now, and Ori is also at very low health. Shuriken Bounce trying to pick him off too, but Chalice is also dusted. Might get killed by the Metamorphosis Terrorblade here, as he doesn't have Shadow Walk for another 5 seconds. Blink going to come up soon in 2 seconds for Yang. He's going to blink. Shadow Walk's going to come off, and the Vision's going to come in as well. Chalice is going to try and go for the kill, but it is unsuccessful. Should have known that the guy didn't have vision, but that's a hard decision to make in a split second. FY, what are you going for? Yeah, Lincoln's is the move. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a blink on the high ground. Not sure what he's doing, but ping onto the bounty. Please get it. Don't let the Terrorblade illusion deny it. Oh, never mind. It's not going to. They don't know. Okay, so that was a bad fight. LGD did not really get much off of that, but at least Ame can get a nice flat cannon when they fight, so that's good. If he gets an MKB, that's going to be a heck of a lot better for them, as Yang comes in. Does also have Lasso again to get with that Enfeeble Calm. We're going to be at a low total. That's going to be Ame out of the fight immediately as BKB is channeled by Yang, as well as other members of Vici Gaming. X Nova also going to be another casualty here as he gets Nightmared up and locked down. Oof. Vici Gamer really turning it around now. They're hitting the gas. That Terrorblade's hit his power spike. He's got Manta, BKB. He's good to go. Metamorphosis all over the place, dude. In reality, they're really just playing around with power spikes. Chalice not really a good hero to fight with overall. Like, I don't think Bounty Hunter's a good team fighting hero. I think it's just entirely utility and laning pressure, but who knows? I mean, the knowledge from Bounty is great. I just don't see how good Bounty is in team fights. Like, it just seems so bad unless he just BKBs and walks up in the back line. But he's position 4, or no, he's position 3, so he should be able to get a BKB. Oh well. Vici Gaming with that pick are going to pressure this barracks here. Ame does have buyback, but he's not willing to risk it unless they commit to a fight here. Tracks out only onto 2 members of Vici Gaming. Chalice a little too hesitant to go on to the rest of them as the silence goes down to 2 members. Stagstorm possibly in this kinetic field here as Paparazzi uses his Manta to escape. Soul siphon out. Paparazzi does use his BKB to deny the glimpse as the BKB from Ori out to zone the rest of the members of PSG.LGD. TP gonna get channeled here as nothing else can be committed to disturb this TP. Yang gonna go for his BKB as well as another TP channel, trying to get the kill, but unfortunately it's not enough. Every single member of Vici Gaming denied
A gift from the
their
tempest
death
of battle.
with a BKB just right then. Yang BKB'd, this Terrorblade BKB'd, I think, who is it? The Razor BKB too. Ori, Yang, and Paparazzi all left and TP'd out in front of like 3 people just because they had BKB. Chalice also not gonna get detected just on the outside of it. Glimpsed, however, onto Yang, who manages to blink out instantly. Not gonna get stuck in any of that bad business. DY, however, gonna get tracked with a rocket as well as a regular track. The auto attacks combined with the rocket barrage gonna kill the Bane, who's a little too slow, unfortunately. Doesn't have his running shoes on. But Ame does have a haste rune, so that is pretty fair to say that it was impossible for him to get away there. As LGD looking for the return push onto the mid tier 3s, could possibly be looking for getting in tier 3 tower as well, but no Aegis here, and they're also at risk of fighting. Pings out onto the members of Vici Gaming that are outside of their base. Are they looking to try and collapse, or are they looking to try and push? Yep, the problem is here, this Terrorblade was split pushing, so the pressure is on the top side tower. Someone's going to have to respond to that, and the person is going to have to be Ame, with the rest of LGD peeling on out of there. Fade going to TP away, as the rest of LGD just coalesce somewhere around the top side of the map. Not really having much direction with what they're doing right now, to be honest with you. I'm not too sure myself. Like, Chalice is useless, right? Like, he's just straight up useless in this game. Everything is being wasted completely on Ame, and he dies immediately. The exorcism is useless. It's unless you're pushing or you're winning the fight from the get-go. But that might change here with the blink as well as the BKB being ready from XM. Though he is definitely going to just straight up die to the Terrorblade too. That is also a high probability. Does need to get a Lincoln Sphere. Yeah, a lot of Lincoln Spheres need to be bought here in this situation. Lincoln Sphere out for FY XM2. Neither of them have gotten it yet, but it's going to be really nice when it does come in. MKB out for Ame, so they're ready to fight. XM going to be the front liner here together with the Lotus Sword. Going to BKB immediately, but you're going to get hit by the Metamorphosis. Lasso out straight onto Ame. Things are looking bad as the BKB 3-man Black Hole FY, though, not interrupted here. Going to get pressure onto this Terrorblade. Possibly does have Sunder up. BKB is down. Static Storm is on him, but the silence is there. He's low health, and not going to suffer any more death as FY going to try and get the exit out of there. Do you have the blink ready? 2, 1, he's gone. As FY, the hero of that fight, managing to restabilize and get LGD a favorable fight. Unfortunately for them, they weren't able to get any more kills off of that, which is honestly next to not being able to fight. It's like that's a good try. But they didn't kill Paparazzi, which is like the biggest thing there. If they had killed Paparazzi, it would have been hella nice. Also, Paparazzi, if you sunder there, you can just like get your health back. I mean, like, it always gives them a minimum amount of health. Oh, as the swap comes out immediately on Ame. Ame again in real trouble. FY doesn't have Black Hole, so the Midnight Pulse is just the only thing that does damage here. LGD really overextending. Trying to get vision, but this is like the 3rd or 4th time. No, this is more like the 5th or 6th time that you've come up to this. Like, they literally go the same path every game. One this way, and they die here. It's just so sad. Vici Gaming going to be able to take advantage of that weakness, though, and advance on to the Roche Pit. Track is out, though, onto Ori, so they don't know exactly what they're doing. LGD, though, not in a position to really contest, it seems. Yep. Like, what is this? Look at that. You didn't even get Lotus Orb out. Lotus Orb out now onto Fade, but the Magic Missile is still going to hit him. Lockdown for the rest of everyone else. XM managed to hit his BKB. Tries to escape. Paparazzi meanwhile claiming the Aegis as the swap goes down on the Fade. Crimson Guard being able to protect him from a good amount of auto attacks. And the Magic Missile after the BKB duration is there to lock him down. And that is going to be the kill picked up. Chalice, they're not doing anything. Like, it's just so useless. I don't know. I don't like the Bounty Hunter pick, ever. I don't like it. It's designed to snowball in a game where you pick the Gyro and an Enigma. Like, it's cool that you plan to like have like a backup plan in case you didn't win really early on, but this is just sad how non-inclusive Chalice is being right now. Like, he was supposed to be the clincher for like all the vision for LGD, but he just died, like walking up into vision 3 times in a row, I think, and just that was it. That was it for them. Like all 5 members of Vici Gaming hit with track. Never mind, DY is the only one that doesn't have track on him. Probably thanks to the cooldown, but eyes on Vici Gaming here as LGD trying to look to stabilize here, back down to a 1K deficit. So first time they think they're not in the lead this game, if I remember correctly, and things are looking pretty downhill from here. See, that's 1 fight you lose, that's 2 fights you lose, that's 3 fights you lose, and that is 3 times. You're out. 2K lead from Vici Gaming right now. Lead slowly going to grow bigger and bigger as Chalice still not really learning his lesson, being slightly more careful, but really, if they just walk up to the behind you, like if they walk up from this ramp and they just put a sentry ward here, it's going to be really bad news. Paparazzi going to get glimpsed. Xnova unfortunately not going to be able to find a favorable position for that glimpse as the sentry ward gets destroyed. So full vision available for Vici Gaming as they advance onto this barracks here on the top lane. Last lane of barracks, by the way, other than the ranged in the mid, but that can be easily remedied by removing it quickly since it does not regen any health. Rocket missile going to go straight out onto Paparazzi as no follow-up occurs. LGD going to try and get a glimpse out, but Paparazzi just gets glimpsed into place as the reflection comes out on Chalice. Just showing where he is. Excuse me. Oh, voice getting a little sore here. Vici Gaming, now they're in the driver's seat. That's nice. FY has a cannon, a catapult. The catapult's taking a lot of damage. Ame, meanwhile, what is he looking for? Gonna get a Lincoln Sphere to avoid the engage, but the lasso is there, however. Gonna get the pick. Vici Gaming, 4 members, straight on to Ame. Ame has BKB, however. BKB, however, for 3 members to 3 of Vici Gaming. Chalice not gonna be able to help out his carry. His XM tries to run in the backline, but immediately gets Fiend Script. BKB not gonna help you against this Terrorblade. No preparations ready against the Terrorblade. Here's Ame. Gonna commit his buyback here, but XM has already used Exorcism, so he's no reason to buy back, but he does commit it anyways. BKBs are down all members as Paparazzi does get hit with the Static Storm. 2-man Black Hole from FY as Aegis is popped on to Ori. Ori gonna go down actually. Paparazzi gonna be the one with the Aegis as he comes back without Metamorphosis. Track onto him as DY trying to help his buddy out as much as he can. Glimpse back into the kinetic field. That's gonna be it for him. Paparazzi is down. DY gonna be the next to be in a precarious position as XM is gonna try and chase Yang on the backside. FY gonna ignore the other guy here and go for Yang as Yang does get hit by the Soul Siphon. Ultra kill for Ame here in this nice fight as Firefly is probably going to come up here for... Ooh, blink interrupted by Yang. Firefly comes out. Yep, blink out from FY, but Yang blinks the opposite direction. And ultra kill for FY, or Ame. So that's what happens when your gyrocopter gets to fight. How interesting. God damn, dude. That was a clean fight, I think. It wasn't clean, but it was a good salvage. They really picked it back up there in the middle of the fight. They were like, hey, what are we doing? Just like, scoop. Now we're winning. Yeah, if they can't save Ame in any of these fights, they're going to lose, I think. And it was nice. I really think you need to commit something to like stop this Batrider. He has a BKB up, so really there's nothing that can stop him, but you need to stop him. There needs to be like something to stop him, because he has Force Staff, so he can just pop a Lincolns if he buys a Lincolns. Oh, and Ame is buying a Lincolns. You need Lotus Orb. You need Lotus Orb together with Lincoln Sphere, I think. They just need to put Ame in front and try to time the Lotus Orb carefully. If Yang gets the instant cast and the Force Staff lasso combo, then props to him, but if he doesn't, then that's an easy setup for Lotus Orb if Chalice is paying attention. So hopefully that gets done. Ame, or FY obviously going to have to stay in the back. Probably wants something like a smoke or something to make him hidden. As XM commits the rest of the gold he has. Doesn't have buyback anymore, so he's just going to straight up buy the Shoes Guard. As Vici Gaming going to smoke out from their barracks and look for potential play here. Do see the minions show, or the Lucian show up in the middle wave, so if PSG.LGD were watching mid lane, they do know that Vici Gaming are smoked up. But probably not, as vision is sparse on the bottom side of the map. LGD looking to clear the wave here, but Vici Gaming are ready to pounce on the next person available. As the ward comes down, the Sentry ward gonna get spotted by both sides. So both sides are aware that each side is there and ready to fight. So Vici Gaming gonna play safer and back off. Get that vision up so that they can see what's going on and try to back off from there. Another sentry ward should come down to spot that ward and eliminate it, so no more vision. A good solid 10 seconds of seeing the enemy team, but that's enough of that. Paparazzi gonna pick up a double damage rune here. That's not good. Oof. He's trying to hold it. Yeah, he's trying to wait for it. As Yang has a bottle here. He's gonna pick it up for Paparazzi so Paparazzi can hold it and activate it later. That's broken. Uh-oh, that's not good. Uh-oh. Yep, that's not good. So Vici Gamer are gonna have a Paparazzi with double damage and Metamorphosis in this fight. And he has a Butterfly and Scotty. Uh-oh. Let's hope Ame has the bunts, the bing, the boom. Doesn't have the finished. Oh. Ame is going for Rapier. Yeah. The finished Milner isn't going to be super effective. He's really only getting it for the lightning procs as well as the additional damage, so why not just get something that has more damage? The lightning procs aren't really doing anything anyway since everyone is BKB. So we'll see how this pans out. Should be an interesting choice if Ame just decided to go for it. It is pretty much like the Hail Mary at this point, but yeah. Pretty efficient. Pretty wise choice for him to go for that instead of opting for the finished Mjolnir. Satanic out for Razor, so he's just going full, he's transitioning from just being a bot and like spamming abilities and running it with BKB, like a complete maniac, to actually getting some right clicks in and locking people down and actually surviving for a little longer thanks to that. Meanwhile, Blink is available for the bat right. Look how many items he has. This guy had Ada Lens, Blink, Force Staff, BKB. He hasn't. This late game scenario is so bad for PSG.LGD. It's just 3 people with spell piercing abilities, and you give them the opportunity to build their own single target active items. Well, I mean, it's just the offlaner, but still, like, that's really bad. And plus, like, he can just use swap, right? He can use a long range. Swap is super long range, yeah. So he's just gonna use this long range swap to pop the Lincolns and then jump in with the Firefly, if they can do that. But it's always from vision, so. If Ame reacts fast enough, he's just going to be able to watch his Lincolns go down and then die. If Chalice is fast enough, he'll be able to watch Ame's Lincoln go down and Lotus Orb him and save him. But not sure if that's going to be the case. We'll see how it pans out. Fade has not used his swap for kills. Mostly just been using, I think, at the back end of fights to save. Is FY trying to get an aggressive position here in the secret shop, looking for Araghanim Scepter, not Nocturne. Interesting choice, but does probably need supplemental damage. Reduced cooldown not going to be helpful when he has to fight here. As Elastic goes down to Metal on a Chalice, pick out onto the rest of the members of Vici Gaming here as a 2-man black hole onto the 2 important members, Paparazzi and Ori. But the BKB is popped as well as the swap interrupting that black hole. Not going to be a good fight here as Ame gets his BKB up, but the double damage from Ori, or Paparazzi is going to be too much. Soul Simon is available from an XM, who does manage to get Exorcism, as well as his BKB off, but BKB is only 5 seconds duration. LGD are going to call the GG on this one, and it's going to be game 3 for these 2 teams here. Yang going to try and survive Chalice before the Aegis explodes, but a good game overall. Really confusing, really surprising. Not sure. These teams are so confusing. But, yeah. Overall, a good performance from both sides. We'll take a look at the graph here to explain what happened, but see, like, this is you. Like, you're a nice, decent team. You got an early game lead. Oh, that's cool. And then LGD are like, hey, we like killing people. And then Vici Gaming are like, hey, we have our power spike. And things get worse from them. They did make a good stand at the end there with the decent fight with the black hole. But, swap gets popped. Yep, and there's no way for FY to like stay immune during that whole duration. Like, he just has to take a spell eventually. So if LGD want to run a comp like that again, where someone has to be completely immune to be able to get off like what they need to get off, like Enigma, then you need to ban at least one of these. Like, at least one. Like, just make it a little easier for my boy FY here. Like, he's level 21. He's third top level over the bounty hunter, who was the position 3. Got 1600 gold from Janata. I don't like this. This is so worthless. Like, you get this on any other character, and the only reason you're getting it on bounty hunter is because, one, he can kind of lane without doing anything, You know, like you could just lane and just not have to worry about dying because no one's gonna buy dust in the first 5 minutes, and you can just steal gold if you need them using Janata. But yeah, I think mistakes in the draft. Vici Gaming literally drafted everything they needed, and that was pretty good. So we'll see how things pan out in the game three. Pretty exciting how both teams kind of had a dominant performance towards the end. PSG.LGD obviously more dominant in their game, but Vici Gaming showing a little bit of aggression in that last part of the game. So be pretty excited for this game three. As always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to support me. I appreciate you all watching, and let's get on to this game three. I'll see you in a bit. Peace.